FERGUS Style Bahamas, my honest hotel review and Ibiza travel experience. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you my honest review of FERGUS Style Bahamas in Ibiza. I'll walk you through everything from the hotel itself to the food, the rooms, the pool, the beach, and finally I'll also share my experience of Ibiza as a destination. As always, this video is not sponsored. Everything I'm saying is based entirely on my own experience. So hopefully it helps you decide whether this hotel is worth booking. Let's get started with the food. The breakfast was probably the biggest disappointment for me. During the entire week, it was almost exactly the same every single morning. There wasn't much variety, and after a couple of days, it became quite repetitive. The taste was okay, but nothing really stood out. It wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't something I looked forward to every morning. Lunch was a little better because they changed some of the dishes from time to time, so at least there was a bit more variety. Dinner, however, felt very similar to lunch. It seemed like some of the lunch dishes were reused and mixed with a few new items to create the evening buffet. Again, there were a few dishes that were decent, but overall, I wouldn't describe the food as delicious. The desserts were actually one of the highlights of the restaurant. Most of them tasted really good, and I definitely enjoyed them much more than the main courses. The coffee machines unfortunately weren't very good either. If you're someone who enjoys a nice cup of coffee in the morning, you might be a little disappointed. The hotel also had a snack bar, but honestly, I wasn't impressed at all. The quality wasn't great, and the burgers only came with chicken or pork. There wasn't any beef available, which was surprising to me. The drinks at the hotel bar were another weak point, since the hotel offers all-inclusive service. I wasn't expecting premium brands, but the alcoholic drinks were definitely low quality, and you could really taste the difference. Now let's talk about the pool. The swimming pool itself was actually nice. It was clean, there were enough sunbeds most of the time, and it was a pleasant place to relax during the day. As for entertainment, there wasn't much going on. Occasionally, there was a DJ playing music, but personally, I didn't think the atmosphere was anything special. If you're looking for a hotel with lots of activities and entertainment throughout the day and night, this probably isn't the best choice. One thing I really liked was the hotel's location. It was very close to Ibiza town and also close to many of the island's famous clubs, which made getting around very easy. Another nice feature was the beach access. Using your hotel key card, you could walk directly from the hotel to the beach. The beach itself didn't have a bar, but honestly, I didn't mind because the sea completely made up for it. The water was crystal clear, incredibly clean, and absolutely beautiful. Spending time there was definitely one of my favorite parts of the trip. Now let's talk about the rooms. Overall, the rooms were okay, They weren't luxurious and they definitely looked a little outdated. In our room, the wardrobe door was actually broken, which wasn't ideal. However, the housekeeping staff did an amazing job. Every single day, the room was cleaned. Fresh towels were provided and everything was kept tidy. The rooms also had air conditioning, which was absolutely essential during the summer. And every room had a balcony, which was another nice bonus. One thing to keep in mind is the bar opening hours. The all-inclusive bar closed at 11 p.m. After that, another bar stayed open until around 1 a.m. But drinks there were no longer included, so you had to pay for everything. So would I stay at this hotel again? Personally, my answer is no. I don't think the overall quality matched my expectations. That being said, I do want to give credit where it's deserved. The hotel staff were honestly amazing. Everyone was incredibly friendly, welcoming, polite, and always willing to help. Without a doubt, they were the best part of my stay. And I really appreciated how kind they were throughout the whole trip. Now, I'd like to talk a little about Ibiza itself. I absolutely loved the atmosphere of the island. As I mentioned earlier, the hotel's location made it very easy to visit the city's famous clubs. However, one thing you should definitely know before coming is that club tickets are expensive. Tickets for the regular clubs started at around €60, while the bigger clubs and famous DJs could easily cost €350, or even more depending on the event. So if nightlife is one of the main reasons you're visiting Ibiza, make sure you include that in your budget. One thing I really enjoyed was how alive the city felt. Even late at night, or actually early in the morning, the streets were still full of people. Restaurants were open, bars were busy, and there was always something happening. We visited during the FIFA tournament, so almost every cafe and bar had TVs showing the football matches. People were cheering together, enjoying the games, and the atmosphere was absolutely fantastic. It really made the city feel even more vibrant. If you're planning to buy snacks, drinks, or anything for your hotel room, don't worry. Supermarket prices were actually very reasonable. There were also lots of Spar supermarkets around the island, so it was always easy to find whatever we needed. Transportation was also quite simple. You can use the local buses, which are affordable and easy to use. If I remember correctly, each journey cost around €4. One piece of advice I would give is to avoid using Uber. During our trip, Uber was noticeably more expensive than regular taxis. Instead, I recommend taking the official metered taxis.
The swimming pool was nice, but the hotel didn't offer much entertainment.
Saw you dancing there by the reggae machine. Yes, knew it must have been about 17. All right, that beat was going strong, playing my favorite song. Yes, say yeah. Guess we're moving on. Who was the movie so on fire, feeling hot, hot, hot? Yes, party people all around me feeling hot, hot, hot. What to do on a night like this? Music sweet, I can't resist. Here we go. We have the party song, a fun, fun, fundamental. We're gonna shake. Shake what you want, get yo. Shake, shake. Good job. Let's see them dance. Ole, ole, ole.
From Ibiza airport to our hotel, the taxi cost around 15 euros, which I thought was very reasonable. Of course, if you arrive during the daytime, you can also take the bus from the airport. It's cheaper, but personally, I think taking a taxi is much easier, especially if you have luggage. Overall, Ibiza is a beautiful destination. The beaches are stunning, the sea is crystal clear, the nightlife is world famous, and there's always something to do. To sum up my trip, I personally don't think Ibiza is the best destination for an all-inclusive hotel. My recommendation would be to book a hotel with breakfast only. That way, you'll have much more freedom to explore the island, eat at different restaurants, and enjoy the nightlife. Ibiza is a place that's famous for its parties and vibrant atmosphere. So, spending most of your time inside an all-inclusive resort doesn't really make sense. In my opinion, it's better to save that money and use it for experiences you'll actually remember, like buying tickets to some of Ibiza's incredible clubs. When it comes to food, there are so many amazing local restaurants, cafes, and places to try. You definitely won't run out of options. Even Burger King was surprisingly good, with reasonable prices if you're looking for a quick and affordable meal. And finally, the beaches were, without a doubt, the highlight of my trip. The crystal clear water, the beautiful coastline, and the relaxing atmosphere made them the most unforgettable part of Ibiza. Of course, this is just my personal opinion based on my own experience, but I hope it helps you plan your trip a little better. Would I visit Ibiza again? Absolutely. Would I stay in this particular hotel again? Probably not. There are definitely better hotels on the island for the price. But overall, I still had a wonderful trip and made some great memories. I really hope this review has been helpful and has answered some of your questions. I always try to share my honest opinion because I know how important It is to hear real experiences before booking a hotel or planning a trip. If you have any questions about the hotel or Ibiza, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to reply to everyone. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you could support my channel by giving this video a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing. On this channel, I share travel vlogs from every city and country I visit, along with my honest opinions and real experiences. So if that's something you enjoy, I'd love to have you here as part of our community. Thank you so much for watching and for staying with me until the end. I truly appreciate your support. Take care, and I'll see you in my next travel vlog. Bye, everyone!